Hey, this is Judge B at Comicpalooza with this nonprofit organization called D20. We're going to ask her a few questions and see what's going on. Hi, my name is Jonathan. What's your name, ma'am?
Jasmine, I go by Gizmo.
Gizmo, nice to meet you. Now, I came by here and I read about D20, the Girls Project, and I'm just curious, what exactly is it all about?
Well, the D20 Girls is a nonprofit group that's trying to combat that negative stereotype of being a geek girl. And we're national, so we're in 15 states plus Canada right now. And we're basically just a social group, charity, and a community outreach program.
Now, you say the negative context of females as being a geek girl. What exactly do you mean by that?
Well, what I mean by that is that we have a lot of girls who, especially younger girls, who are still being picked on for being a geek, and they're constantly being tested. Like, if you ever go into a comic book shop, have you ever noticed that sometimes it's particularly the guys would just kind of be like, are you getting this for your boyfriend or your husband or your brother? And when they give the answer, it's for me, they automatically quirk an eyebrow like, you can't be serious. You're just following the newest trend of watching all those Marvel shows. You're not actually into this. You just like the movie. When really, in reality, there's girls out there who are much older who have been in the comic books and just kept it as a closet hobby. And what we're trying to do is bring that out and show that it's okay to be a nerd and be a girl and be empowered by it, because there's a lot of successful people that are in the industry, and we just need to bring them more into the light.
Now, what made you want to start this project? Or at least, what made you want to join the project at all?
What made me want to join it was because I did see a lot of that when I started collecting comics, and this is about 3 or 4 years ago. And then I heard about it through my friend who was trying to get it started. And I heard it again later on that they were still around, and I was like, okay, well, this may be a thing that I could possibly help out with this time, because I didn't feel like I had anything to contribute besides really just show up and try and bring other people along with me. But now that I've become the state manager for Texas, I noticed that there's a lot of stuff that I can do, and there are people out there that are willing to partner with us to try and bring that message out.
So, excuse me. So how long have you been part of this project?
I've been a part of it for about 2 years now. I've been a state manager for about a year, so I'm still learning things as I go, since we've changed our nonprofit status from before we used to do promotional modeling and promoting, but now we're just mostly oriented towards charities and outreach programs and youth mentoring.
So you were speaking earlier about how sometimes people just see like you're getting this for someone else, you're just following the trend of what's going on right now. So what do you think about the whole term of fake geek girl that's been going on? When we have these scantily clad women in pictures and like with gaming stuff and stuff like that, like what do you feel about those type of women? Are they actually being geek girls, or you think they're fake ones, or what exactly?
Well, it's a lot like how people have different ways to express how they're happy or sad or just stoic. There's a range. You don't have to be a particular type of nerd or geek or anything. Everyone can express themselves in different ways. You may not agree with it, but at the same time, you're still in that same spectrum, and everyone else is still going to look at you the same. You're all geeks at the end of the day.
Now, there's also the thing about fake geek girls is when they start asking, like, hey, well, if you're a geek girl, then you must know about this, this, and this, and start asking questions. Have you? So I guess you've been through that before, have you?
Yeah, I've had my knowledge of Black Canary particularly, because I really like that character because my grandmother used to read it a lot, and I also jumped on it as well, especially with the arc when she gets married to Green Arrow. But yeah, my knowledge is constantly tested, but there's so many arcs out there, you never know which one.
Exactly, because even me, like I get tested sometimes too, because I'm a black nerd, and black nerds get tested even most. Like, you don't know anything about that, and like I know a lot about DBZ, but when it comes to like Final Fantasy stuff like that, I can't which one came first, 3, 4, 5, whichever one that is. Final question is exactly who are you wearing?
I'm wearing Mulan Kato. She's the daughter of Kato, the original Green Hornet sidekick, and what she did, at least in the arc that I'm looking at, she took his jacket and basically just kind of put a slit in it a little bit. It still keeps with the gloves, the jiu-jitsu, the kendo, and everything, and I just love her, and it's kind of hard to see out of the mask, but
Yes, I can see the mask. I know the material very well from one of my cosplays. Well, I'm so glad that you actually helped us with this project right here. We're going to support you guys as much as we can, and if there's anything you'd like to plug for this D20 project?
Oh, we have a panel at 5, and it's right after Dance with Amnesia. It's in panel room 372A. And we'll be talking a little bit about our group, as well as directing people to our Facebook page, as well as our Twitter, Instagram, and I believe we have a Tumblr as well for the state of Texas.
You have a website or something that people can find you and contact it?
Yes, our national page is the D20 Girls Project, and we also have a magazine as well. It's called the D20girlsmagazine.com, or I think they might have changed it to .org, but you'll be able to find it. Just type it in.
All right. Well, this is Judge B signing off from Comicpalooza with Miss Jasmine / Gizmo.
And I'm with the D20 Girls. Have fun.
All right, guys.